Welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next slide. We established that this is one whole, three tenths, three hundredths, and 1,000th on the previous video. All right, so now what they want you to see here is they want you to start realizing that there's all sorts of forms. All right, don't get overwhelmed by this. All right, because you've been doing this in past grades and stuff. This is kind of like your expanded form. All right, so they want you to look at kind of your different ways of representing the same information. All right, so word form: say the number with an and in between the whole numbers and decimals. Say the last name of your smallest decimal place value. Write how you will say it. All right, so once again, the decimal point from now on, don't say point, because like even on a test, like I can say 0.42. I can say that because I'm not giving any answers with 0.42. However, if I say 42 hundredths, I'm definitely giving an answer. All right. And I'm just looking at the number that they gave us over here. So I can say 0.42 and that doesn't give away any answer. All right. And you might say that you hear adults use the word point a lot. And that's true because adults, by the time they're using point, they usually are using it to save time, but they know what a tenth is, they know what a hundredth is, they know what a thousandth is. So when you hear like during a race, like if you're watching the Olympics and they're like, they just win by zero point 0.2 seconds, that's 2/10 of a second. So sometimes people are specific and will say things like 2/10. Sometimes people are not specific and will say like zero point 0.2. But the specific way to say it, and the way that'll get you all the points on all of your assignments and tests and stuff, is by saying the decimal point as and. So please remember, the decimal point is and you don't have to say and if you don't have any holes, because you wouldn't say and 42 hundredths because there's nothing to add and to. All right, you would just say 42 hundredths. So what they're saying over here is they say the last name of your smallest place value, right? So the 2 is in the hundredths place. So if we were going to say this, we have 4/10 and 2 hundredths, all right? But let's read the whole number, 42, and say the smallest place value, hundredths. So this is 42 hundredths, all right? Now, if we wanted to show what 42 hundredths looks like in pictures, let me clear this out real quick. Clear, okay. And then, boop. There's 42 hundredths in a picture, right? We have 4/10 and we have two of these hundredths, all right? So 4/10, 2 hundredths would equal 42 hundredths. Just say the number and then the smallest place value, all right? This is the representation: 1, 2, 3, 400. I'm sorry, 4/10 and 1/200ths. So these two things mean the same thing. This is the numerical form, 42 hundredths. This is the picture form. This is the base 10 form of 42 hundredths. All right. So we have 0 ones, we have 4/10, we have 2 hundredths, and we have 0 thousandths. All right. So on this part of the chart, when they're saying number of, they're saying how many ones do you have? We have 0 ones. How many tenths do we have? We have 4/10. How many hundredths do we have? We have 2 hundredths. How many thousandths do we have? We have 0 thousandths. All right. So in expanded form, let's find out what the value of each one of these spaces is. All right. So if we have 0 ones, there is no value. 0 ones is 0. NA means not available, not applicable. So if you ever seen NA, that just means no answer. It can mean like a bunch of stuff. NA is like used for a bunch of different stuff, but it usually means like not applicable to this situation, not available for this situation, no answer in this situation. All right. So that's what NA means. So we have 0 ones, we have 4/10. So 4/10 is the equivalent to 4 times 1/10. Over here, we're looking at hundredths. We are looking at 2 in our hundredths place. So 2 times 1/100th would give us 2 hundredths. And then in our thousandths place, we have nothing. So once again, no answer, not available. 4 times 100th has a value of, or 4 times 1/10 has a value of 4/10, and 2 times 100 has a value of 2 hundredths. So that's what we're looking at in this chart.